What is a statutory demand? A statutory demand is a written demand of an individual or a company for payment of a debt. It's governed by the Insolvency Act 1986 and the Insolvency Rules 1986. The demand itself must be set out in the form prescribed by the Insolvency Rules 1986, and the form and content of the demand will depend upon whether the debt is due from an individual or from a company. The demand must include certain information prescribed by the Insolvency Act and the Insolvency Rules. This will include full details of the amount of the debt, how it arises, the name and address of the debtor, and if interest is claimed on the debt, the amount of that interest and how that interest is calculated. A creditor must ensure the debtor is properly served with the statutory demand, so he should either deliver it in person to an individual, a company director or an employee, or get a process server to do this. If you can't serve the demand personally, you should send it by registered post or place it through the debtor's letterbox. So what happens next? If you receive a statutory demand but dispute that the debt is due and owing, you should apply to have it set aside, but you must do this within 18 days of the date you received it. If after 21 days since you received the demand you have not replied to it, then the creditor can file a bankruptcy petition in the case of an individual or a winding up petition in the case of a company, but only if the debt is for more than £750. One final point. It should be noted that it will be an abuse of process to serve a statutory demand or issue a bankruptcy or winding up petition if the creditor knows that there is a genuine dispute over the debt. So if that is the case, then the creditor should instead pursue the debt through the county court or through the High Court.